haven't seen Charlotte Flair, Tom, for months since the summer. You're absolutely right. Such a spectacular.
Charlotte Flair spotted training with former WWE star ahead of return. Charlotte Flair was seen training with a former WWE Superstar ahead of her return to the company. The promotion is currently building to the Royal Rumble 2025 on February 1. The veteran was unable to compete in a match in 2024 due to injury. She suffered a torn ACL, MCL, and meniscus on the December 8, 2023 edition of WWE SmackDown. The company recently aired a vignette hyping Flair's return to the blue brand. Ahead of tonight's show, Flair took to her Instagram story to share a video of herself training at the Flatbacks Wrestling School, which is owned by Shawn Spears and Tyler Breeze. In the clip, the Queen can be seen training in the ring with a former WWE Superstar Breeze, and you can check it out on. Flair's injury occurred during a match against Asuka. The Empress of Tomorrow is also out of action with a knee injury, and the two stars recently shared a heartfelt exchange on social media. Bill Apter suggests Charlotte Flair will go through a major character change in WWE. Legendary wrestling journalist Bill Apter recently stated that Charlotte Flair could be repackaged when she makes her return to the company. Speaking on Sportskeeda Wrestling's The Wrestling Time Machine, Apter stated that the company would unveil a new presentation for Flair upon her return. The veteran also added that Ric Flair recently claimed that his daughter was better than him as a performer. They're going to repackage Charlotte. It's going to be a different presentation. So, in terms of who they're going to put her with, it depends what this possible new Charlotte character might be. By the way, on a broadcast on Busted Open this past week, Ric Flair said that his daughter Charlotte is probably even greater than him, said Apter. 7:56 onwards. Tiffany Stratton cashed in her Money in the Bank contract on Nia Jax earlier this month to become the new WWE Women's Champion. The Buff Barbie has stated in the past that she wanted to square off against Charlotte Flair at WrestleMania 41. Only time will tell if we get to witness the matchup later this year. Charlotte Flair and WWE star returning after 735 days could be the final two in the Royal Rumble match, says wrestling veteran. Exclusive, Charlotte Flair's return is imminent as WWE has begun advertising her through vignettes on SmackDown. According to wrestling veteran Bill Apter, Flair and another returning star could be the final two in the Women's Royal Rumble match. On the latest episode of Smack Talk, hosts Rick Ucchino and Sid Polar III previewed the 2025 Royal Rumble with wrestling veteran Bill Apter. Apter picked Charlotte to win the Women's Rumble match, which would make her the first and only two-time winner of the Women's Royal Rumble. Another name who has been absent for over 2 years is Alexa Bliss. To be specific, by the time the Royal Rumble comes around, she will have been absent for 735 days. Bill Apter predicted that Alexa Bliss and Charlotte would be the final two superstars in the Women's Rumble match. Charlotte Flair could be locked in for a high-profile women's match at WrestleMania 41. It was noted on the same episode of Smack Talk how every WrestleMania since 2016 has seemingly featured one of the four horsewomen, which is technically true since every WrestleMania in the last 9 years has featured at least one horsewoman in a high-profile title match. That streak could continue this year whether or not Becky Lynch is scheduled for a big title bout. There seems to be speculation that since Becky Lynch will be on Raw and Charlotte Flair on SmackDown, the grandest stage of them all could feature Flair against the recently crowned women's champion Tiffany Stratton. Tiffany Stratton made her debut, won the Money in the Bank briefcase, and then became WWE Women's Champion all in the period of Charlotte Flair's absence. If that is, in fact, the direction for WrestleMania 41, it's going to be interesting to see who the crowd sides with. While there will undeniably be respect for the returning veteran Charlotte, she has traditionally done better as a heel, while Stratton has seamlessly transitioned into her babyface role in the last few months. A turn that was cemented on the first episode of SmackDown in 2025 when she cashed in her Money in the Bank briefcase. Charlotte Flair's WWE return imminent. Spotted backstage at NXT, Charlotte Flair is causing a stir this week as she shared a photo with the WWE Universe that might be teasing her imminent return. One of WWE's most dominant female stars, Charlotte Flair was reportedly backstage at NXT on Tuesday. She wrote in a post, "Some girls want to be a princess when they grow up. I wanted to be in a bad B*****ch girl gang." Flair, known as the Queen, has been rumored to be close to a return for weeks. Some say she's going with a different look. Others contend her gimmick will be slightly tweaked. In the photo, one she posted alongside NXT/legend and Jakara Jackson, she looks similar to the old Charlotte Flair and in great shape. Her presence at NXT has sparked speculation about her return, and her comments suggest she might be forming a faction. Whispers of a potential alliance or storyline development involving the trio would be quite interesting. Not only would her return inject fresh energy into NXT or one of the main roster brands, but aligning her with the legend and Jackson would quickly move them up the ranks of importance within the division. Speculation about a Flair and Stratton match. Buzz about how WWE will bring Flair back and who she might face as the road to WrestleMania 41 kicks off circulated this week as well. At WrestleVotes reported on the internal buzz about a showdown between Flair and new women's champion Tiffany Stratton. They hinted during a recent Backstage Pass report that this might be right near the top of WWE's list of possible title matches on the biggest show of the year. Currently sidelined due to injuries, Flair's backstage appearance suggests that her return is not far off. Stratton having several people vying for her title with an upcoming match against Bayley also opens the door for Flair to interject herself. Will the 14-time women's champion make her presence known on SmackDown? Whether that happens or not, Flair's return promises to be a significant moment for WWE. With WrestleMania season approaching, fans should watch for more teases from Flair. Her return will likely be kept a surprise. But when it happens, it will be a big moment. Charlotte Flair sends one-word message after WWE makes big announcement about current champion. WWE Superstar Charlotte Flair has reacted to a big announcement on X/Twitter. Roxanne Perez has been announced as Female Superstar of the Year for the NXT brand, and the Queen seems quite happy with the choice. Roxanne is one of the fastest rising stars in all of WWE at present. She had done incredibly well for herself down in NXT over the past 2 years or so. She is the current NXT Women's Champion in her second reign. WWE announced Roxanne as the NXT Female Superstar of the Year, and fans couldn't be happier. The tweet received a massive response, with most of the replies being positive. Charlotte Flair has now responded to the announcement as well, with a one-word message for the NXT Women's Champion. Charlotte Flair once corrected Roxanne on X. Back in July 2024, Roxanne cut a promo mentioning several top WWE names. She made an error while bringing up Charlotte in her promo. Here's what she said: "I'm not competing with anyone inside that locker room. I'm competing with the history books." And